Previously on Final Fantasy 15 episode Ardyn in a nutshell.
Fuck you. I will be in Dissidia just so I can kill you.
And then a long while after.
Hello there.
You damn right. Alright, so I'm just done watching the 4th year anniversary event of Dissidia Arcade. There's a lot of great things I care in there, like tournament, character change, music, update, but for most of you, you probably don't care about any of that. You only care about one thing, DLC characters. So of course I'm gonna separate this breakdown video into two. I will make the other one about other stuff later, but for this one, will all be about this fancy, beautiful man. So yeah, Ardyn is here, swagging as usual. And how do you play him? Well, first off, he is a Vanguard class, so he will be a chunky dude but deal dick damage. Well, sometimes he has some gimmick that doesn't make him like a typical Vanguard, but to explain his mechanic, let's go to his Bravery attack moveset first, which he have a whopping 10 total. And no, he doesn't have any restriction or special form to get access to these moves. Your basic Ardyn have these 10 moves from the start. Most of his moves and gimmicks are actually based off of his ability in episode Ardyn. He have a similar motif as Noctis with the whole warping and summoning weapon thing, and he got his own version of Armiger too. But those first two things is only his secondary motif. His main theme is combining Armiger with Demonify ability. Out of his 10 Bravery attack, you can separate them into 3 groups: Armiger, Magic, and Demonify. The Magic doesn't really factor into any of his gimmick, and there's only 2 of them, so let's go into that first. His backward ground is Dark Tornado, a big vertical AoE that lingers for 1 second or 2. You can quickly summon it at close range, or hold the button to make Ardyn doing Prompto impression, and summon it at wrong range depending on how long you hold the button. His backward air is Dark Faraga, a surge attack that you can either tap to deal a single hit damage, or hold the button to keep hitting it and keep enemies still. Honestly, this move feels too good to be true, man. It has so much team combo potential with that long stun time, and he can glide while using it too, so it's pretty safe. Although he can't really use it to combo into melee attack, like how Buzz and X-Dead did, because regardless of how long you hold the button, he is forced to do that final hit that knocks enemy away. So that might be a drawback, but that's not enough for me. As for Armiger attack, there are 4 of them. Neutral ground and neutral air is pretty much a standard 3-hit attack. Decent range, probably doesn't have much in terms of horizontal and vertical hitbox, so yeah, standard attack. His forward ground is a quick gap closer attack into a knockback, while his forward aerial is a shot attack into a knockback. Both of these moves have the same purpose, which is getting close to the enemy. It's pretty similar to Common Art moveset, but actually reversed between ground and mid-air, but still it's not a type of attack that we haven't seen before. Both of these moves deal slightly less damage compared to typical Vanguard, but if you have Armiger when he lands this attack, you can increase its damage to go beyond typical Vanguard. As you can see this icon near his Bravery numbers, it shows how many Armiger stacks Ardyn currently have. You can also look at character model for that, but yeah, sometimes it's pretty hard to count when there's like 12 of them. And 12 is also the limit of how many he can carry at a time. You can get 6 stacks by landing one of 6 demonifying attack. An Armiger Bravery attack and HP attack can spend those stacks to power up his moves. For what we know until now, neutral attack costs 1 stack for each input, so its 3-hit combo costs 3 stack total. The first 2 hits only add a little bit of damage, but the last hit deal a lot more. So doing the full move to get the most out of your stack. Don't know how many stack the forward attack costs exactly now. They only have 2 inputs, but it seems to cost 3 of them, so I'm not sure. And for HP attack, it's called a 6 stack of Armiger total. And it's not just upgrading damage, but more like upgrade the move itself. We'll go into more detail once we get there. As for Demonifying attack, FYI, it can also be called Phantasmal attack because that's what he gets when he landed and turn into an Armiger stack. There are 4 Demonifying moves and all of them are dash attack. Neutral ground dash and neutral air dash is a single hit slap attack. They are okay damage for a single hit attack, but relatively low compared to other Vanguards. But it's extremely quick and it's a really good way to deal quick damage and get out of danger. His forward ground dash is a upward warp strike and go into a slap. Great as an anti-air move, looks pretty sick and you can probably do some tricky play with it. And finally, his backward aerial dash attack is a simple quick dunking move. Pretty much parallel to the last move, that one was anti-air and this one is anti-ground. Nothing much to say here, just give them a good dunk. And now once you land any of these attacks, you get 6 stack, it's time to use HP attack. They only show 2 of them for now. The other remaining 2 have to be wait for tomorrow, I think. The first one is his version of Warp Strike. Pretty much work the same as the Noctis Warp Strike, but maybe with a little bit different hitbox and animation. But if he has 6 armature, it turns into a combo beatdown type of attack. He's also teleport behind his opponent, similar to Vayne Force of Will, and likely deal a lot of damage as well. His second HP is Rising Phantom, a typical close range all direction AoE attack we see before, but with some twists. With 6 armature, you can hold the button to extend the move even further. It doesn't just increase radius, but it also deals damage over time as long as you hold the button. And it deals insane damage at max charge. And now finally to his most ridiculous thing of all, his EX skill, Shadow Step. He get a buff that not only double the amount of armature stack he gets from dash attack, and also when dashing can phase to the enemy and become invulnerable, as in invincible, as in he's not getting hit by anything, as in what the hell a marksman is supposed to do then. And it's applied to both free dash and target dash too. Like, it doesn't matter how much trap you're putting on the field, he's gonna get to ya. And he can get behind you too, so against melee character it's not even safe for them to attack through. Now there's some couple drawback here. The buff duration is only 10 seconds, so it's really short. Not sure about the cooldown time though, some people say it's 50 seconds, but I think that's too low. And invincibility only applied during dashing, and not during startup dash animation. And because he's a Vanguard who have a very long dash startup animation, there's still some window to attack him during his dash cancel. So if you're an Ardyn player, you better make that dash count. You only have 10 seconds and dash cancel all the time will not be optimal. Also, here's a tip against him. Just use Enfeeble, stop him from dashing for 5 seconds, and you pretty much cut his EX skill in half. Anyway, that's all for Ardyn Breakdown. Can't wait to play him in January 9 when he's dropped on the NT. Overall, despite being in Vanguard class, he have a lot of characteristic of Assassin. Emphasis on dashing attack, a lot of grab closer move, some attack to cover vertical target, and really quick attack. He'll probably be similar to Sephiroth case, being offensive melee oriented Vanguard that focus on mobility. His Phantasmal gimmick seems really fun to use, but his EX skill right now seems pretty ridiculous. We will see how well he's doing once he's dropped on the arcade. But now I'm conflicted whether or not I should make his moveset video before NT release or after. I still haven't made the Online Night rework moveset video yet, and that's gonna take a while. So yeah, tell me what you think about that. Anyway, after his NT release, I have to make him fight Bahamut 2 to make it come full circle. So yeah, looking forward to that. Anyway, the breakdown of every other stuff in the 4th year anniversary event broadcast will come later. So until then, see you there.